Hello children, good morning. So today we'll start the revision of 8th chapter. Okay, the glory of Bharatvarsha. So here we will start with exercise first. Filling the following blanks with the correct word. The first is the art of direction include dash and dash. So what will come here? So here it will come dance and drama. So the first is dance and drama. Now, special literature of South India is known as Sangam literature. It is known as Sangam literature. Dest was a Greek ambassador in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Who was a Greek ambassador? Megasthenes is a Greek ambassador. From Dest in Madhya Pradesh, paintings of Nithalik Hedge have been found. So from where? So from Bhimbetka, the paintings of Neolithic age is found. Coins of 5th century BC are called as Punchmark coin. Okay, now we'll discuss the answer the following questions in short. First, give brief information about the Vedic literature. So, let's see the answer. Vedic literature began with the creation of Vedas. In the Vedic period, there are 4 Vedas. How much? 4. Rig Veda, Atharvaveda, Yajurveda and Samveda. Brahmin text and Aryanics were created to explain Vedas. These two. So how you have to remember? Like 2 Brahmin text and Aryanics were created to explain the Vedas. Shatapath Brahmin, Gopath Brahmin and Brihadaranya are the most important texts among them. So, first 2 Brahmin texts and Aryanics were created to explain Vedas. These 2. Now 3 Gopath Brahmin, Shatpath Brahmin and Brihadaranya Brahmin are an important text among them. Okay. So, this is the first answer. Now the second question is like that, which foreign travelers came to India? So the answer is the foreign traveler or tourist like Greek ambassador Megasthenes in the period of Chandragupta Maurya, Chinese traveler Phaeton in the period of Chandragupta II, Chinese traveler Huan Tisang in the period of Harshvardhana and Greek sailor Ptolemy etc. came to ancient India. So these are the names who came to ancient India. Okay. Now moving further with third. So what is stupa and what is Chaithyas, right? Third. Stupa means some small dome shaped architect. The relics of Buddhas were buried in the middle of the stupa. So it is dome shaped. You have seen a dome shaped like this, and the relics of Buddha were buried in that middle of the stupa. Chaithyas means prayer halls. First is where Buddha is buried in that middle is stupa, and Chaithyas means prayer hall. Chaityas were carved in mountain as caves. In Chaityas, the columns, doors, huge prayer hall, etc. were carved in the caves. They are carved in the caves. Chaityas were used as a prayer hall. So it is used as a prayer hall. Okay. Now fourth. Which subject was taught in Takshashila? So, subject like ethics, Sanskrit, grammar, astronomy and astrology, Hinduism and philosophy were taught in Takshashila. So, these are the topics were taught in Takshashila. Ethics, Sanskrit, grammar, astronomy, astrology, Hinduism and philosophy. Okay. Now, fifth. The coins of which royal kings during Gupta age, which coins are used? Like fifth, the coins of Samudragupta, Chandragupta first and Chandragupta II of the Gupta dynasty have been found. So which have been found? Samudragupta, Chandragupta 1 and 2. Okay, now moving further with true or false. Now see. First, third, explain whether the following statements are true or false. First, the Upanishads include the Mandukya, Matsya and Mundaka Upanishad. So, yes, it includes. So, here the answer will be true. Second, the book Indica, written by the Greek sailor Ptolemy, gives information about India. No, it is false. Paintings of Chatak stories of Buddha which have been found in Ellora caves are very famous. Yes. So we studied that it was very famous. So here it will come true. The confluence of Greek and Indian sculpture is found in Gandhar style. Yes. So in exam, suppose you are asked that Gandhar style. So it is a confluence of both Greek and Indian, both merged. So it is true. Nalanda University of Gandhar region of ancient India was world famous. So Nalanda was famous? No, it is false. Okay. Now we have completed true or false. Now moving further with write a short note. First, Dharmeta literature. First, literature broadly refers to any collection of written or oral work. Literature means what? Some writing is there about some history or anything is known as literature. But it more commonly and narrowly refers to the writing specifically considered to be an art form. Different type or art form. Considered to be an art form, especially prose fiction, drama and poetry in contrast to academic writing and newspaper. So drama and poetry have seen drama written, Kalidas, very then prose fiction. This all the things are included in Dharmeta literature. Dharmeta literature. Okay. Now second, sculpture of ancient India. The sculpture of ancient India begins with the uniformity in town, baths, granaries, industrial units, public, road life, etc. So, the sculpture of India begins where sculpture uniformity comes from town, health, greeneries, industrial units from that public road life. Sculpture are the best example of an engineering and they include cave sculpture, temple sculpture and palace sculpture. So the all our houses and many big historical things are there. They are constructed by our engineering only. So these are the best example for that. Now in that first is cave sculpture. The hills of Barbar cave sculpture of Narik, cave sculpture of Ajanta Ellora and Amravati. So these are the example given of the cave sculpture. That Ajanta Ellora cave is very famous. Amravati, then Narik. These are the examples of cave sculpture. Now second sculpture. Confluence of Greek and India are, these are the two types of sculptural are there in Gandhar art first and second is Mathura art. So we have studied that it is a merge of Greek art and Indian. So it is Gandhar art. And the two types are there. First is Gandhar and second is Mathura art. Now stupas and viharas. Stupas, Chaithyas and viharas are included in architect of Buddhism. So these all the things belong to Buddhism. Stupas and Chaitya were of meditation and prayer. It was for stupas and Chaityas for prayer hall is there. And it was for meditation and prayer. Whereas viharas were made for Jains and Buddhist monks to stay. So stupa and Chaityas for prayer halls and viharas for Jains to stay. Okay. Now third one, agriculture in ancient India. In ancient India, there was an arrangement of various iron tools and irrigation facilities for cultivation. So what everything was there in ancient India. Facilities for irrigation, iron tools is also there. Facilities for cultivation. In ancient times, sesame etc. were cultivated about 250 years ago. So this was ago 2500 years ago. Sesame was cultivated. Iron equipment was used in the cultivation. An axe, plough, sickle, etc. were included in this list. At that time, canals, wells, lakes, and the artificial resources were created for the irrigation. So that in ancient India also all these things were created. Okay. Now fourth, village and town life. In ancient time, village life and town life of North and South India were seen as follows. How we studied that North and ancient life were different and South it was different. First, in North India, the head of the village was called Gram Bojak. This post was hereditary. So it was hereditary. So I am not taking you too much time, but just we'll discuss. Okay. There were three types of people living in South India, which big landlords, small farmers, and landless laborers. 3 types was there in North. It is of North India first. First was of North India and second was of South. Okay. Then most of the cities of this time were capital cities. The fort was built for. Most of the cities were capital only. First, suppose now our house different state and different districts is there. At that time, most of all were capital of cities. The fort was built for toilets, drains, and dustbins. They are called spherical walls. So the fort was built for this. All things are known as spherical walls. The people of rural and urban area used to take wheat, barley, rice, milk, curd, ghee, fruit, meat, fish in their food. So what the rural and urban people eat, what the mainly daily use of eating is wheat, barley, rice, milk, curd, ghee. They all take the healthy things. Okay. Fifth, the man and the woman generally wear two clothes. The cloth of upper part of the body was called vas. So upper part is called vas, and the cloth of the lower part is called as a nevi. So which two type? Upper part is known as vas and lower part is known as nevi. So this we discussed about 8th chapter. Okay, read it carefully, children. Best of luck for your exam. Thank you. Be well prepared. Okay. Thank you, children.